Dearest reader, it has been said that competition is an opportunity for us to rise before our greatest of challenges.
Hai ladies, sudah nonton serial Bridgerton season kedua belum? Gimana, seru kan ladies? Jadi, serial original Netflix ini sudah rilis pada tanggal 25 Maret lalu. Serial ini menceritakan drama kehidupan para bangsawan Inggris di era Regency. Nah, di season kedua ini, Bridgerton fokus pada sosok Anthony Bridgerton yang diperankan oleh Jonathan Bailey. Anak sulung keluarga Bridgerton ini dikisahkan sedang mencari jodoh. Tapi perjuangannya tidak berjalan mudah loh ladies. Ia dipertemukan dengan dua kakak beradik dari keluarga Sharma. Kira-kira gimana ya perjalanan cinta dia? Penasaran gak sama cerita para pemainnya? Nonton sampai akhir ya ladies.
Nice. You look amazing today.
Hello.
Oh, thank you so much.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. We don't have much time today, so I will go straight for the question. Is that okay?
Of course.
Absolutely. We're ready.
Okay. So this is question for the three of you. You can answer. Okay, so what's the most memorable moment in playing your character?
Ooh, I'd say riding horses in Windsor Park with Johnny. Those scenes were pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, when we worked with Jack and Mufasa, our horses, everything felt right. I think the Bridgerton scenes and also then welcoming the Sharmas into the Bridgertons, those scenes were great.
Pall Mall was fun as well, because we actually played it, especially when we were
Yeah,
shooting
we
the
did,
montage,
yeah.
So we were playing the actual game. That was really fun.
Okay, so this is question for Jonathan. With a complex story of Anthony finding his true love in season 2, what challenges did you face when portraying your character?
I think the thing that I felt the most pressure about is just is the sense of loss and grief. I think losing a parent at any age is really, really hard, and I know people who have lost their parents young, even within this amazing fantasy romance show, there's a very pertinent sort of human experience that is touched upon, and I wanted that to come through in a way that was sort of psychologically made sense. So yeah, I think that was a challenge, and one that I really enjoyed.
So, for Charithra and Simone, this is your first debut in, I don't know, maybe Charithra, this is your first debut in Netflix show. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's so exciting, I think, actually, as an actor, to be able to work during COVID when so many actors weren't able to. That in itself is such a privilege, right? And for me, the best part of it was the filming, by far. So incredibly grateful, and obviously, I'm aware that Netflix is huge, so it's super exciting.
And the experience always feels so personal.
Yes.
The bee sting scene was the first intimate moment between Anthony and Kate, right? So Is there any behind-the-scenes story that interesting?
There was a lot of build-up towards that scene. We didn't shoot that scene until over halfway in the shoot.
And so we'd actually already shot Kate and Anthony's sort of love story to about episode 7 by the time we did,
so we had to backtrack in time a little bit, but it is such a pivot in their relationship with one another, and they're sparring off each other as traditional and arguing, and I think it's such a moment when we see Anthony that vulnerable and a side to him that I think is kind of a massive explanation for some of his behaviour, and I think Kate immediately clocks that, and she sees parallels within him and empathises with him, and they can't help but be drawn to each other.
So they have a lot of in common, but also fight a lot, right? So how will their romance unfold, and what makes them a good couple?
I think they challenge each other. They don't give up on one another. I think there's something that they don't really identify at the beginning, and as time goes on, there's that understanding of what that feeling is. I think
weirdly they feel for the first time at home with each other when they meet, and when he clocks up for the first time. There's a familiarity, which I think is what the enemies to lovers trope is all about. Identifying something that you are curious about because actually it's a part of you, and she is a part of him.
There's
even
so
before
many
they've met.
similarities, yeah, between them.
And that's why it's, I think, a really sweeping and gratifying love story.
Okay, thank you so much then.
Wah, terima kasih loh Jonathan, Simone, and Charithra. Sekarang aku akan lanjut ngobrol lagi nih dengan Nicola Coughlan. Dia ini adalah pemeran Penelope Featherington sekaligus sosok di balik Lady Whistledown. Yuk ladies, ikutin perbincangan aku lagi bareng Nicola yuk.
So Nicola, because we don't have much time, so I will go straight for the question, okay?
Yeah, go for
Okay.
it.
Yeah. In terms of filming the process, what would be the biggest difference between season 1 and season 2?
With season 2, it's really different filming a show when people know what it is. In season 1, we could kind of go around Bath and people might take photos and stuff, but Bridgerton wasn't really a thing. Yeah, for the book fans, certainly knew what it was, but the most of the world didn't know. So for season 2, it was a lot more about keeping it secret, and when we were filming on location, we'd wear secrecy cloaks to cover up the costumes, and you know, we knew the fans were like mega detectives. They'd figure out everything and where we were, so we had to keep all that super, super safe.
Okay, so what did you learn from your characters so far?
Oh, with Penelope, I think I would hope I knew this before, but I feel like lying is very stressful and doesn't get you
Thank you.
anywhere. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's sort of, if I were her friend, I'd be like, you know, you need to confide in the people that you love, and, you know, yeah, try to just, you know, take care of yourself and all of that. So yeah, I think that's be the one thing that I know what I learned from her, but I'd be like, I knew that already, but I'd be like, yeah, don't be lying. Don't be lying.
Penelope is an interesting character as she is shy, but also a very helpful mind and strong observation when she's being Lady Whistledown. So, did you face any challenges in playing your character, especially in this season 2?
Yeah, I think this season, I mean, she's someone who she's so contradictory in so many ways, because she's so shy, but then she has moments of real confidence and conviction when but I think she has conviction about her job and what she's good at, but then as confidence in herself, she really doesn't have that. So every day with her was sort of a different challenge, because there's so many different sides to her. The sides to her when she's with her family and she's still sort of this kid, and then when she's with Genevieve and she's talking business. And so yeah, it was a real challenge, but so much fun.
Okay, the cast of Bridgerton was a mix of young actresses and the veterans. So, how does it feel to work with those people for quite a long time now?
I love it. I love especially working with Polly Walker. She is a brilliant actor. She's so generous. She's just, you know, I think the way that she like even conducts herself on set, you know, you see that, and I think there's, you know, it's no surprise why people like her have been around in the industry for a long time and work so much, because she's so great. And it's a thing I love about the show as well, that it's not, you know, it's a show about women, and it's a show has women of all different ages. It's not just about the young women. I think that's one of the best things about it.
Yeah, so your relationship with Eloise, the Penelope relationship with Eloise is very, very close. So, is she your great buddy on set, or there's anything else?
Yeah, we're lucky that we are really, really good friends. She's in Australia at the moment, and I did all the press tour with her last time, so I really miss her being here. She's just a wonderful actor. She's really like kind and generous, and yeah, everything you could wish for when you have that many scenes with someone. And you know, we're filming 4 seasons together. I'm just so glad that it's her.
So, how is going to be her relationship with Colin?
Well,
What do you think?
I really want them to get together. I'm very invested in the relationship. I'm like, come on guys, like just figure it out. You can do it. But I feel like it's sort of good in a way that she has that very devastating experience with him, you know, at the end of the season, because she thinks he's really perfect and she needs to realize he's not perfect. He's just a boy, you know. So I feel like, yeah, there's definitely hope for them, but it's just going to take a little time.
Okay, so this is my last question. So, can you imagine your life if you actually live in Bridgerton era?
Oh gosh, I don't know what I do. I have really bad eyesight, so I'm like, would I just not be able to see anything and not be able to leave the house? And I'd like, you know, I'm like, I don't know what I do. Although I'm Irish, I'd probably be a housemaid and not a Featherington. I'm not high society in real life.
Oh, one more question. Sorry. Do you read all the Bridgerton novels, and which one your favorite if you read it?
The books?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, my favorite has to be book 4, of course. I know I'm biased, but I love Colin and Penelope's story. I really, really do.
Okay, thank you so much, Nicola.
Thank you so much. Lovely to speak to you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Take care.
Bye.
Jadi gimana ladies, seru kan obrolan aku bareng sama para pemain Bridgerton season kedua? Pada musim kedua ini, bagian favoritku ada pada episode ke-8 saat Kate dan Anthony berdansa dengan tatapan penuh makna. Kalau part favorit kamu apa nih ladies? Coba tulis di kolom komentar yuk.